Okay, after several hours of work, I've replaced all the capacitors except for one, and it's located behind the volume control knob here, and it's very similar to one that I pulled out earlier, which is not one of the originals, which this thing had been worked on before. Originals paper capacitors look like this, so I'm hoping that it'll be okay. If not, I'll have to disassemble the volume control knob. I did put a meter on it, and it did read well. I hadn't soldered in, holy cow, 40 to 50 years, so I had to go back and redo some of my connections after I got my mojo back. Kind of sloppy in some areas. For instance, I should have put shrink wrap on these exposed leads here, and I did on some, but I'd forgotten. And so after I'd already installed it, I said, holy cow, now I can't put the shrink wrap on. I did, like on some of these here. So I've replaced 3 resistors. They were out of tolerance. So what I'm going to do is put power to this thing. The tubes are back in, and I'm going to hopefully nothing shorts out and nothing explodes. So I'm going to leave the back side up like that, but turn it around. And so if something does explode, it won't bother me. And this thing actually did have sound before I started working on it. This is the one I got off eBay. But it wasn't very good, and it was a very loud hum, and I could only barely get one station. And the ground for the antenna is a solder connection on the chassis. I couldn't get my soldering iron hot enough for the solder, so I did an unconventional temporary fix here of just bolting it to the chassis. So let me turn this thing on and see what we get. Stand by. Well, to my disappointment, nothing has changed. When I received this unit off eBay, it had very low volume, but it did work. I've got it tuned in to KMOX 1120 here in St. Louis, powerhouse station, 50,000 watts. You can barely hear the audio, but that was the same case back when I first got the thing. All the work I've done, replacing 3 capacitors, and replacing nearly all the capacitors and 3 resistors, and cleaning up some other electrical work inside, has made absolutely no change in this radio. I think what I'll do is maybe swap out some tubes with the original unit that I have, see if that makes a change. If not, I don't know where to proceed. I'll post this on the Antique Radios forum, and maybe some of the folks can give me some ideas. All for now.